Hey y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel. Is your collection currently constipated? Well then I've got something for you. In jolly old England, they drink tea. And if you drink this kind of tea, you're gonna have a smooth move. Probably about 5 in the morning, depending on when you drink it the night before. What's going on YouTube? Alright. I don't know where I'm going with this video, but I had this cigar can up here. And I realized when I put in the video, it's got a cowboy on it. So I was like, all right, well, I'm doing a video though on English or Great Britain half pennies made from 1861 to about 1943 that I went through a collection recently. So again, I apologize. Pretty bad southern accent. I also found some tea with my name on it. I've actually never drank this organic dandelion shy probiotic, but this is just stuff that the missus buys. But seriously, do not drink this tea the night before you go to sleep. It will wake you up at 5 in the morning. At least it did to me. Anyways, where was I going? So we got rough cuts up here. Thank you to the recent buyer of this beautiful 1926 Buffalo nickel. I think he paid like $10 for it. And it's going to a Polish client, at least a guy with a Polish last name in Williamstown, New Jersey. So, hey, buddy, I appreciate it. Enjoy the Buffalo smoking deal for $10. So we're gonna ship that out. I always write a little thank you card inside as well. So we'll get that in the mail, but it's too funny. So. Couple quick pointers. If you do find a deal on Buffalo nickels like I did, the guy doesn't sell them anymore that I bought them from, so like a dummy, I should have bought more, but maybe buying 11 rolls from him was enough. But if you find Buffaloes with dates on them, at least my local coin shop will pay 45 cents a piece. So if you can find them for like 10 cents, again, if they have dates on it, local coin shop should give you about 45 cents a piece. So you can make some really quick, easy cash. And it's fun to go look through all of them as well. Some other ones. I've given these away. Some of them are worth like $2. Don't care. So when someone makes a decent purchase from my shop, I always give them a Buffalo nickel. But anyways, where was I going? So I got distracted and sidetracked with the Buffalo nickels. I started getting me thinking about cowboys. But in jolly old England, they smoke Winston Churchill's, a Churchill cigar, right? That's the big cigar. But the cowboys smoke these little Clint Eastwood cigars, which it's one of the brands I picked up. I forgot the name of the company, but they're pretty awesome. So, anyways, we'll get this out of the photo. All right, let's get to the half pennies. So I'm going to start the video off with basically saying, like, I picked up this recent collection, and I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot of stuff, at least about the different types of half pennies, and it really goes by who was in power at the time. We always know it was a king or a queen, but it's interesting how they would change the design. So the oldest ones I have going back to 1861. This is the nicest example. It's got Queen Victoria on it here. This is called the young Queen Victoria. Her hair is in a bun. And again, this is from Great Britain. For those of you that stack, this is not Lady Liberty, but this is Britannia. She's got a trident, a cool Great Britain shield on there. There's a little lighthouse going on in there. And then there's a ship on the right with some sails. So pretty cool. And this is an actual halfpenny. And guys, it's well, this is probably a bad comparison, but it's about the size of a dollar coin here in the U.S. And no, those of you who are in Great Britain or Australia, we don't roll with these. We use a dollar bill. If you bring this to a place to buy something, so I brought this into Whole Foods, which is an Amazon-owned company, the cashier didn't know what this was. Like, it's a dollar, dude. Like, just cash it. But anyways, I got these from like doing a car wash, and then you put your money in, and then this was the change that it gave me at the local coin shop. But it's about the size of a British halfpenny. And some people that are American that are watching this have no idea what that dollar coin is. They've probably never seen it, but they are real and they are truly worth $1. Anyways, halfpenny, 1861. This is the design. I like these. I like these a lot, and I really think you should add or diversify your collection and at least collect some of these. I always put these in upside down. I think they're really, really nice design. They do it right this time? No, now it's totally upside down. So, but I did pick out, going through all these. Each one's at least worth $1, but like this guy here, I think's 10, 15 bucks, whatever. So what I do with when I come across these collections is I pick out the nicer ones, get them listed first to kind of recoup some of the money that I put into it, and then we've got, things that are under $10. So usually with the half pennies, you'll see I'll kind of fly through, kind of what to look for. But these three here are probably my nicest ones, so I wanted to point these out. Pretty rare to get toning on these unless they were stored with other types of coins like silver. But this one is by far the nicest for the money. I've got this listed for $20. The 1943 is not rare at all, but to get this kind of toning on it is pretty cool, and it's definitely a BU red coin. So I think that's the best purchase of the collection. So if you're going to buy anything, like I'll list all these individually, but this is the one like I would grab like right away. The next nicest one, I think, this one's a little more expensive. I forgot what I have this listed at. Let me look it up. Hold on. Got my cowboy music in the background. Put me in the mood. This one here, because of its condition, it looks like literally just came out of the mint. I've got this listed at $80. And I want you guys to take a look at it. Really, really, really nice original surfaces. Got some old school fingerprints from, back in the day. And just amazing, amazing detail. Again, there's some fingerprints on there, but overall, like, it doesn't really get any nicer than that. Unless you like buy it in a slab or something. But this is one that you could, put in a slab and definitely have a lot of fun with. And I think some guys, there's like a Whitman album maybe in England, and maybe here in the United States where you can collect half pennies. But so far, I've really enjoyed going through the series. This next one here is a 1920. Just another beautiful BU coin. The toning on this is ridiculous, so I'm asking $40 for it. Just a really cool blue toning. And then on the obverse, or maybe this is the reverse, it's got some purple and turquoise toning on the coin itself. So I think this coin's cool. It's like one of those that you're happy to display it and get it graded on either side, or just put in your collection, hold it raw. Just make sure, however you're displaying it, that it shows both sides. Super cool coin. So that one's already listed, and I don't know how long these are going to last. The last ones I listed, like the Morgans on my last video, the two nicest Morgans like sold like instantly. I don't even think it was a YouTube person. I think it's just someone on eBay that saw them. So that was nice. Let me see if I can angle my camera down a little better here. So we've got a 1875. Again with Queen Elizabeth. XF. Man, this reflection here is brutal. I'll show you these guys raw here. And then I forgot when there's a part either when Queen Elizabeth gets more mature, where the little lighthouse and the boat or the sailboat in the background, these two things like kind of disappear. This one's kind of like one of those wood grainy ones. It's common too to see some like green action going on. That's just oxidation from water back in the day. I just think it's cool. Like this is literally like a piece of history. You know, did someone buy a dozen eggs with this back in the day? Who knows? Did they buy a pint of Guinness in England? Did they use this to buy a ferry trip the way home? Or a taxi cab ride? Not really sure, but I really enjoy the history, and I really like this design too. And what's cool too is that the next series I'm gonna go through are the full pennies, and those are like the size of half dollars, US half dollars. So here we have 1884. We still got the same type of image. We still got Queen Elizabeth. Hey, look, I put it in the right side up. 1885, same thing. Is it 1891 where she changes? She's still Queen Elizabeth with the bun. 1891 is by $20 coin. So all these are under 20 bucks that I'm showing you. And if you don't have it in the budget, spend 20 bucks. All the other ones I'll be listing later. I have some like $5 too. I'll probably put some lots together too. So like 10 bucks, you can get like 5 old pennies or half penny. I might do like a series, like a year series, where it's like you get a farthing, a half penny, and a full penny. I just got to go through my inventory and see what's out there. But these are like the nicest out of the, what the heck were they? How many half pennies came in this collection? There's 75. So these are like the top 16 out of all of them. All right, so here it's 1927. We've lost the lighthouse. We've lost the boat or the sail. Liberty, or not Liberty. Let me get a bigger image of her. So here's the old design, and then the new design. Britannia gets bigger. See how much bigger the shield is, and then you lose the ship and the lighthouse. And then the trident is shifted over a little bit more right, and her helmet's definitely bigger. Just a little different design. Like she's a little more spread out on this one, whereas here she's a little higher up because you had to fit the ship and stuff. And then we change all the way to King George here. And we want to put these in the right one. So that's about what as good of a BU brown is going to look like for that year. The later years are not as expensive, but again, condition is everything with these guys. So that one was probably at 20 bucks. The 27 I just showed. And then here's a 31, a nice BU coin. These are harder to find, really nice. Again, not too many people collected these or set them aside. These were really like the working man's or woman's money back then. So these were they made a lot of them, but they were highly used. So it's very rare to find something where you can see all the details and not have a bunch of green stuff on it. And they're always worth more when you drop them on your wood floor in your office. So that's a cool one. And then here's a 31, an AU. I guess I'll put a AU next to a BU so you can kind of see the slight differences. So it's pretty darn close. Like this might pass for 8 or brilliant uncirculated as well, but it's just there's more, I guess, wear looks more worn than the BU version. And see George's hair and his beard. Again, there's nothing wrong with the AU one, but see how all the fine details are on the BU version versus the AU. So again, slight difference. So that's why they call it about circulated. So that's why this one is a $40 coin, because these are way harder to find, and that's why this one is a $20 coin. Still very hard to find, but there's a huge drop in price, in half, because there's just, as you get nicer and nicer, you're gonna have a tough time finding them. So, and I looked too on at least eBay here in the United States. There's not a lot of sellers that have these listed. So I might be one of the few that kind of have like a monopoly on some of these, but I think they're cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with sailboats. And here's George the 6. So the V before the I is 5, and then the I is 6. If the I becomes before the V, it's the 4th. And I've probably called this George the 4th on prior videos. But yeah, they change it to the actual sailboat. So it's weird. It's like the sailboat disappears, even though it's here, off in the distance. And then Britannia goes and jumps back in the ocean with their trident to go hunt some fish. And now you just have this sailboat, which I'm sure is some sort of British cool sailboat that did a lot of moving of money and trade and killing of pirates back in the day. Even though 43, I'm pretty sure we're using a lot of steam, but there probably still were a lot of sailboats back then. But I think this is like even the design going to the 60s. So that kind of just stayed the same, besides, it changing from George to Queen Elizabeth III. So anyways, so those are the nicer ones. Those will be listed in the description of the video. And then just to give you an idea of what I had to go through in these rolls, and I'm going to keep these in order, but like some of these are just, they're mysteries, right? You could see what it is, but like that's super cull or at least worn. So there's a lot of these 61s that are like that, but again, they're nice album fillers. So and not all of these look that bad. It's just these 61s are super old. They're really thin too, compared to the other ones here. This one's a little nicer. But when you get to that quality, like seriously, they're all like $2. Even if they're harder to find dates, still $2 coin. See how worn she is. So I think I have like 6 of those. This one's a little nicer. So like I said, I'm probably put together some of those. This one's like just weird. Like there's a lot of issues going on with the surface of that coin. So those I would say are culls. I've got quite a handful of those. And then even this, I think this one's a cull too. Yeah, it's 62. And I don't think anyone started a lowball set of the half pennies like they do the Morgans. To me, that's a hilarious joke, but it's serious now, because some of those poor ones that are Morgan silver dollars are worth like as much as like a Carson City BU. It's ridiculous. So here it gets a little nicer. So again, all these coins that I have not sleeved yet and listed are all going to be under probably $5. So if you see something like this out there and they're only asking $1, like it's worth picking it up because it's worth $5. You can make some money. But these are actually, none of these are like in really terrible condition. So here's like a $5 coin. But it's funny, like even something this old, like if you look at US money, if you had like a large penny from this year and it was that nice, it'd be like $100, even though like these were like $10 not too long ago. Oh, here's Queen Elizabeth, the mature version. Did we get a nicer? Yep. So here she is in her mature. She's more mature there. She doesn't have her hair in a bun anymore. I think that started in 1890, whatever. 1896, 1895 is probably when it started. I think that's when it started. I think 95 is like the transition year. So there's like 95s with young Queen Elizabeth and mature Queen Elizabeth. And then, did they get rid of the ship in the 1900s? Yeah, so as soon as she got mature, they got rid of the ship and the lighthouse. And then here's King George or no, sorry, this is Edward the Seventh. He wasn't king very long. Oops. And again, these are all made of bronze. All the years of these, even the newer ones, except the modern ones. This one's kind of cool. 1907 here. So I think for like $5, if you can't afford or you don't want to pour a lot of money into it, like picking these up for $5 is fun. And the way I get them shipped out, it's like under $1. So for under $6, or maybe you got to pay tax in your state, so maybe $6 and some change, you can get yourself some English history. Even if you do like to collect cowboy coins like I do. Is a Morgan silver dollar considered a cowboy coin? I think it is. People always say, like, oh, that could have been used by Doc Holliday or Billy the Kid. I think it was more the peace dollar. Who knows, right? But I'm pretty sure Doc Holliday or Billy the Kid also came across these in their travels, because there's so many immigrants here in the United States. So yeah, that's pretty much, I'm not going to get too crazy with these, but some of these are nice, like, and I'll get all these listed. So with these, when you're listing lower quality coins, you don't have to take 13, 14, 15 photos. It's very customary just to take a picture of the front and the back, which I'm going to do, but I'm just weird. I like to go a little step further, and I'll take an actual photo of me weighing it on the scale and measuring it. I know it's only $5, but I want to make sure everything is authenticated. And then these guys here, these newer years, they're literally worth maybe $1. So again, I might lot these in like collections. Again, keeping it under, the key is to keep it under 3 ounces and keep it under $20, and then that way I can get it shipped out for $1.08 or whatever it is, under the eBay standard shipping fee. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Please check out the half pennies. Again, it's worth taking a look. If you want to buy some, add to your collection. If you like the Britannia, that if you silver stackers, this is where the Britannia came from. It came from this actual coin design. So highly recommend at least pick up a little bit of piece of history. Or worst case, you just enjoyed the video and I taught you something. But if you run across these things and you can get them for under $1, grab them and go through a collection. It's super fun. I had a lot of fun doing it, and got some obviously amazing, cool toned, and amazing quality. It'd be so cool if they were all this nice, but I definitely would have paid a lot more for the collection if that were the case. So anyways, appreciate you guys watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.